can't raise a man. Ah, ah, yeah. Listen, he got older but never grew. For his life, he can't tell the truth. How to love, he ain't got a clue. Playing games like you'll never lose. You try to talk to him, can't get through. Every day, he's a different dude. These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just trying to keep it real, but you can't raise a man. He's already grown, what you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy. It's 'cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. 'Cause you can't raise a man. No, no. Coming home any time of night, expecting you to let it ride. How many tears are you gonna cry? Playing games like you'll never lose. You know that the love has changed. How many times he called you out your name? These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just keeping it real. You can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy. It's 'cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. You can't raise a man. No, no. Gonna take more than a miracle. A miracle. To change him, just let him go. Just let him go. Tell me, when will you decide to do better with your life? If his mama couldn't do it, what makes you think you can train it for to be a man? It's too late. Better off letting him go. No matter how hard you try, you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? Yeah. You wonder why he acts like a boy. 'Cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. Can't raise a man. No. Can't raise a man.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I thought that was the perfect song for Lemon. I think that is the perfect Lemon theme song. Um, Can't Raise a Man. Can't Raise a Man. That song is deep. If you listen to the lyrics, it's like a miracle. Talk about a miracle. What a miracle can't do. The mama couldn't do it. What make y'all think you gonna do it? He gonna change when he wants to. So I think that's the perfect Lemon theme song. I really do. I really do. Let me say hello to y'all. What's up, Bush baby? Thank you for being here. What's up, Fela Tay? Fela Tay, what's going on? Thank you for joining us this morning. Tay Bay forever. Thank you, Tay Bay, for being here forever. Angela T. White, how you doing? You said perfect song. Yes, it is. This is a perfect song for Lemon. It sure is. So thank y'all for being here. We're gonna talk about it real quick. So let's get into it because I'm on a time crunch. But I wanted to give my commentary about that situation about his mama busted in his room again. Um, it's crazy. His mama told him to get out, get out, get out, and I think she literally meant get out. That's it's kind of like the universe making a clown of you and humbling you at the same damn time. Because all that bravado of him and how he talks to people and what he says to people, and then he gets minimized when his mama just dropped down and say shows who's the real king of his life and of his gym. Because as soon as she busted it in, he had to sit up there and the sound. And he couldn't hear. If you all big and bad, why you got to end the sound for? Why you got to end the sound for, right? Why you got to end the sound for? But see, 50 T know we were trying to put the dots together as of how Lemon wound up in this situation. And because before, all I can say is that um, Lemon didn't have to answer to his mama. And I always been thinking the last 24 hours, how the hell this shit happened? And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I think I don't know because he talk about everything else, but he would never talk about this situation. He would never talk about why he disappeared all that motherfucking time. What's up, Ron P? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. This is gonna be a short broadcast, but I had to give my 2 cents. It's sometimes short and sweet. So all that time that dude staying online, all that time that dude was consistently my co-host, never missing a day, and then all of a sudden you abruptly leave. You don't say you going to the military. You don't say you going to fight a war. You don't say you going on a lifelong vacation. You don't say you going on a missionary mission. No, nothing, right? Um, but you just disappear, right? And like I told you at that time, I didn't compensate him. I'm not no Tasha K or no Kwame Brown or nobody like that or no T.S. Madison or somebody who can compensate people around him who are consistent fixture. But obviously, he was making revenue in other ways. So, so for me to sit up here and ask him to be where you at, I think that was kind of out of the realm of expectation because there was no expectation for him to come. When he came, it was totally voluntary. So people have patterns, right? So all of a sudden he stopped showing up. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. So, I don't pry. That's the thing about Avatar Nation. I don't pry in people's personal lives and stuff like that. So he just disappeared. So going back to what I was saying was what I'm putting now, time will always tell you most of the time the answer, right? You just gotta be patient and wait it out sometimes. So we're slowly getting insight into maybe what transpired when he was gone. Like I said, we didn't know what happened. So now I'm seeing what's going on. So I feel personally, he left because, and like I say, his absence from the internet is very key because that's something he was addicted to. So he left, and now that you can see that his circle, now Avatar Nation knows that his circle, his place of residence has changed, right? Not through toxins, but just through what we can see through the visual eye, that his place of residence has changed. So he ain't where he used to live, basically, right? So obviously, I feel that now there's narrative going around that somebody had passed away. Now I feel Lemon lived with that person that passed away. Now this speculation could be completely wrong, but I'm putting clues together and it don't look like I'm wrong. So it could be that that person that he lived with passed away. Now it also could be the fact that Lemon left because he either was criminally responsible for the demise of that person or he was dealing with too much grief to come to, his life got upended. Like he had to move, he didn't know where to go, all that stuff. Like maybe that person was helping him with rent at that time. And, once that person passed away, there was no more assistance with the rent, right? So therefore he had to move in with his mama. And I think that's what his current day situation is. Either when he left, he was dealing with grief, or he had to be incarcerated or whatever, since it's some kind of mental asylum to deal with what transpired in that person's death. That's my speculation because we all have uh, patterns of behavior, and something ain't adding up. So, and y'all keep talking about this drinking. So he may be drinking to drink his sorrows away of what transpired, and he can't, you know, deal with it. So that's what I honestly feel, and honestly, I feel the way he talked to y'all is the way he was talking about his mama, for real, and that's something he has to deal with and process. So he comes out here and talks to y'all all nasty and downgrade and all that other stuff. It's a bit static. Okay, you gotta switch these headphones out. I don't like these other ones. I know y'all can hear me clearly on this, but I don't like these other ones because they don't sound good in the playback. All right, well, hopefully this is better. Is that better? Hopefully this is better. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, there's a bit of static happening. All right, hopefully these are better now. So, okay, thanks for letting me know. So, as I was saying before, if y'all didn't hear through the static, that I feel like Lemon was living with somebody else, and that person passed away, and therefore, thank you for letting me know, Bush Baby. I appreciate you. And Ron P. Um, and he passed away, and Lemon either was involved in that passing away and got affected because they lived together. Also, you gotta understand that dog Creed. That's not a dog. That dog size is not that of no woman in her mid 50s gonna take care of no big ass dog like that. Okay, that is a younger person dog. Um, and I feel like when that situation happened, Creed had to move in with Mama too. So put two and two together on that. So that's how I feel. That's what transpired, and like I said, that's why he probably drinking his sorrows away because he has to deal with whatever involvement he had in that situation. Um, so that but it's how ironic karma comes and serves you a cold, a fresh, hot dish of karma when you sitting out there talking nasty to people, degrading people, talking bad to people, telling them to get out of here, and your mama do you the same way. Like that's insane. That's just like okay. He claims to have 25K in his CA. Why doesn't he just get his CA? There's a lot of things that go into getting your own place. 25K is not a lot of money. I mean, just to be honest, he lives in. I guess he lives in California. California rent is very high, very very high. That's why I mean he's not in Iowa, some little podunk town of Iowa that where it's like 1,000, maybe a 500 to 1,000. So 25K is not. I mean, not a lot. I mean, what? That's you break that down. That's almost close to $2,000 a month. That's not enough. You got expenses such as light, water, maybe even maintenance. So that wouldn't be the wisest move for him. For some reason, he seems to be now looking on the surface of things because I don't talk to him. Uh, it seems to be that he has made YouTube his primary income stream. That's a very dangerous game to do. Um, Very dangerous because YouTube can sit up there and change the rules any way, shape, or form on how they want to compensate. But also, Bush baby, you have to look at 25K without taxes, right? So is it really 25K? It's really going. It's really you got to remember state and federal in California. So he's really looking at 13, to be honest, maybe even less because government and state that's about 60% right there. So that's really 12. But who knows? He's a prolific liar, so we don't know. Um, that's first and last. That's with a steady job. You're right, but that's the thing. Steady job. Where is there a steady job? His channel could get struck tomorrow, Bush baby, and then what happens? Right? But Bush baby, you're thinking logically, like you're thinking like a responsible adult. Lemon's not a responsible adult, from what I could tell. I mean, your mama coming in and tell you to get out, and then let's talk about that. Why is she telling you to get out? Obviously, for her to tell you to get out means that y'all had a previous conversation about your behavior, about what was expected from you when she came home. You know, Lemon pushed up his schedule, right? Lemon pushed up his schedule because most likely his mother's work schedule had changed. So, do you want your son sitting up there cursing and screaming and yelling at people like that? And you can hear that shit? Hell no. No, no, nobody wants to hear that. Your mama, your grandmama, your sister, your niece, your next door neighbor. Nobody want to hear that crap coming in screaming at people with that foul mouth. And he doesn't do it in a comedic way that it could be accepted by all. It's very vicious, very threatening, and it puts you on alarm, like on alert. So when she came in there, she was like, "Get out!" And then they said when that happened, there was a long pause. What's up, D with D? Happy birthday to you. Y'all's D with D birthday weekend. So wish her happy birthday if y'all so choose to. So yeah, so that his mama, and then there was a long pause, like I was saying. Then there was a long pause. So there was some crying going on when his mama told him to get out, obviously went on mute. He said, "Mama, mama, 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 please, mama, please, I give you 5K, mama, please don't put me out. This will be the last time, mama, please, but please, mama, please don't put me. I can't go nowhere to go, mama, please. I love you, mama. I love you, mama, I love." So he probably did that, that being her son. She didn't want her son on the streets, because what? She gonna open the door and see him down there at the damn corner, you know, with Creed, maybe not with Creed, but he gonna be over there in his blue shorts and white glasses. So she probably has sympathy on him, you know what I mean? But she gonna get tired of that, you know. Oh, well, like I'm assuming she come home, she wanna relax. She don't wanna hear nobody cursing in the back end. And then she know whatever she make it don't even compare to what he got. So when he keeps saying all this 25K, she's like, what? So what? You ain't even pay taxes on that. That don't mean nothing to me, you know? So that's a stressful household, but she probably understand what transpired in that situation to put him in that situation is having mercy on his soul. But that's the crazy thing about life, though, and Lemon don't understand. Life gonna make you get up one day, even by either by choice or by force. You gonna get sick enough where you want to go visit that hospital, or you gonna have to get your ass a job, or what? I mean, something gonna give. And it's better to do it on your terms than on life's terms. Because when you do it on life's terms, you ain't ready. But when you do it on your terms, it's ready. So I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know. That shit is weird. Like, I don't know. I don't know if he feel like he in a good, comfortable place right now or something. Like, where the older men in the family to step up and tell him to get his ass up and, yo, you got, it's, I mean, we can't we're not even speculating on the fact that he having medical issues. We know he got medical issues. We saw the toe. Y'all talk about his swollen hands. No one at his age, well, some people, but no one at his age that claims that he physically fit, which he's not, should be going around with swollen hands. That's an indication of something. He got a messed up eye. His dental hygiene is off point. So something's going on there. He's neglecting himself. And alcohol will cause that to you. If you keep sitting up there, that's why they tell you to drink through a straw and not drink directly from the damn bottle. Because your enamel in your teeth get corroded or get worn down. So whatever. But it's kind of sad for someone to sit up here and say they're the king of a sector to sit up there and get annihilated by their mama coming in reprimanding them. So very interesting contradiction and all that. All right, let me see what you said. Ray Black said, "What's up, Ray Black? What's up? Good to see you back. I hope all is well your way and all is going better for you, Ray." All right, let me see what else she said. Sally says, "SK, you're mocking his downfall in real life, rubbing my hands like Birdman." Oh no, I'm not like Sally O'Malley. I could be very vicious. I think this is the mild SK. All that shit he said to me, and all this stuff. Like, imagine if I was Birdman and Lil Wayne did the shit that Lemon doing. You know how like grimy Birdman could be? Like, come out with a diss track for real, and mock him for all his mm, his flaws and all. But I don't. I mean, he keep throwing digs at me. I got word. Little Birdie sent me something the other day. Him throwing another dig at me. But like he say, I put him in the position that he in. He decided what direction he wanted to go. But at the end of the day, don't shit on people who created the way for you. Don't shit on people who allowed you to even have a name in this sector. And I can stand up there 2 toes down, 3 toes down, 10 toes down, because I got all 10 of my toes, unlike Lemon in a few years. I got all 10 of my toes. So 10 toes down, I could say if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't know who fucking Lemon would be or is or whatever on 100. And we treated him nothing but graciously over here. And while all y'all sitting up there saying, I'm hating on Lemon, I helped Lemon propel him to where he is today. They were sitting up. That boy lacked so much confidence. Let's put T out for the street. Let's put some T out for the street. That boy lacked so much confidence that Avatar Nation was doing training sessions with him to launch his channel, to prepare him for when he would go live. But he lacked so much confidence, so lack of skill that it was a flop. And that's on 100. So while they sit up here saying, oh, Sir King jealous that he fell off, how the fuck do I feel like I fell off and I'm jealous of him? Well, we motherfucking put in there training sessions behind the scenes to launch his damn channel. Y'all didn't know that, huh? I'm the one that was telling him, now is your time to go. Now is your time to go. While y'all sit up here and lie about limited merchandise, we made limited merchandise for him because it was his time to go. It was his time to go. He had his own following. So what better move is to behind the momentum is to capitalize on that and have merchandise to go with that segment of his fan base. Y'all know that, do you? So how can I be a hater when I'm sitting up here pushing a person like Birdman? You think Birdman would push Lil Wayne if he really hated him? Hell the fuck no. But you see someone got talent. So we like, okay, now you got a following. It's about the right time. Let's go. No, but the little birdie, when he flopped his wings, he flopped. So at that time, I'm like, no, hell no, 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 no. Okay. And then y'all keep saying, oh, Sir King never was at his live. Sir, I was ready for him to, I was ready to announce. He would say, I'm going live. I'm going to go live. Nothing ever happened. So you can't keep like doing that to people because you get in anticipation for a person to go live and they don't. So when they finally do, I didn't know. You gonna tell me you go live 20 times and on the 21st time I'm gonna expect you to go live? No, on the 21st time I'm expect you not to go live because there's 20 other times you didn't go live, right? So no, there ain't no hate, there ain't no animosity, there ain't nothing because you ain't been in the gang long enough. You gotta link up with people. Like it's a lot of things that I respect in people when you stand on your own. You know, if they do all these challenges, have a motherfucker 3 hour challenge. That's what y'all need to do. While y'all sit up here doing some stupid ass talent challenges, no offense to those that participated, but I don't see the notion in that because half of these mofos out here ain't gonna start eating lettuce, are they? They ain't gonna start eating lettuce. Did that motivate them to eat lettuce? Hell no, they did. But let's have a 3 hour challenge. Let's see if Lemon can go live for 3 hours without nobody hearing his link. I'll put up $100 straight. I'll send you $100, Lemon. That's enough for Lemon dog food and for application fee to get your own place. I'll give you $100, Lemon. Straight up. I'll put $100 aside this day. Today. Go 3 hours without nobody hitting your link. Let's see what your numbers will be then. That's what I'm saying. 3 hours. I'm not saying 6. I'm not saying 7. 3 hours, Lemon. Have that challenge. Start that challenge in the sector. Let's see what can happen after that. It won't happen. It won't happen. It won't happen. So do 3 hours. No, let's do 2 hours. Let's make it fair. Let's make it fair. Because you've been humiliated by your mama. Let's make it fair. Can you do 2 hours and see what the number's gonna be? That's how you know if you the king of the sector. Or the king, and you might just be the king of panels, but you keep saying you bring the entertainment. You don't bring the entertainment, and you know that. So stop lying. Two hours at $50 an hour. $100, 2 hours. $50. Some people don't even make that in an hour. So $100, 2 hours. Nobody hit your panel. Okay. Okay. Let's see if you accept that. And I'm good. I'm good for it too. I'm sure all the bird droppers will go over there, tell them to drop this. All the bone collectors go over there, drop it. 2 hours, $100. You ain't got to leave the confines of your home. Nothing. Nobody can hit the link. Nobody can hit the link. Not even Big Head Krista can't hit the link. Can't save you. Not today, baby. Not today. Not today, baby. And I dropped it from 3 hours to 2 hours limit. So see if you really the king of the sector. Let's see about that. Let's see how talented you are now. Okay, since you say you so talented and good and that. Um, Let me see what else y'all saying. Yeah, we were very supportive of him stepping out. We sure were. Babe, Bush, baby, you're his blueprint. Why should you be jealous? I don't know, but they keep saying I'm jealous. Jay Wilson, everybody, Treasure Lane. Oh, Kimmy. Oh, the master. What is it? The student has surpassed the master, the teacher. I'm like, what are y'all talking about? His views are already going down. By the holidays, he'll be a wrap. Now, I sorry, I'm out of there. Maybe I don't wish for nobody's views to be, to go down or whatever. But you know, you can't keep treating people like shit. That's all I'm saying. What's up, soul sister? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Ray Black says, my goodness. Yes, my goodness. Bush Baby says, I proposed that to him. My comment was ignored. Yeah, he ignored no comments. Here's part two last night of begging people to hit the link was so sad. What? Oh, child. Mm. That's what happened when you start saying you the king and this and that, and you built this and you feed this. They will instantly starve you out. That's the wrong way to go. King with no castle. He's a transient king, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Rare Treasure? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you had a great Saturday. So that's what I want to say. So that situation is there. And now this is the other thing. I don't wish for nobody downfall. I hope that he maintain his presence and his stay, but that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Unless he does an about face, unless he changes his ways and things like that. But I don't, that'll be a major shift, and I don't think he could do that shift because he says, "I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I'm the villain. I'm the villain." Okay, dummy, you chose the wrong character. Yeah, I told y'all about be careful of the character you choose. So unless you go sit up here and change characters or come up with some play where people gonna have sympathy for you and you gonna say, "Oh, you change your ways because of that situation." No, you done said a lot of things to a lot of people that pissed off a lot of people. Um, and what's the crazy part about it is even if you do change your character limit, you still got a long list of people that you fucking pissed off and that you treated wrong. And you violate the number one rule is be careful how you come at people. Be careful of the enemies you make because people will lie and wait to come at you. So you didn't listen. And this ain't no drama class, homeboy. This is real life. I don't care what y'all say. Oh, this is just a show, motherfucker. Then put some damn disclaimers in the beginning, in the middle, and at the motherfucking end. Because none of y'all do that shit. And y'all want to be the first one to say, my show. Your show is not an excuse to harass and degrade people who did not sign up for that harassment and that degradation. There's only one person I know that willingly did that, and her ass was just Crystal. Anybody else I know is really put off by your vileness and the way you treat them. So, mm, you're gonna have to sort that one out. Because I told you, I prepared you. You can't say, Sir King did not tell you. Sir King, what you let me get myself into. You spent 4 years by my side and you knew about every damn thing that went down. So you can't say you didn't know. You just chose to do things your way. There's a certain way why I did things. Peace is paramount. I don't care if I sit under less than 100 in my motherfucking chat. Peace is paramount. I ain't got nobody hunting my ass down. They hunting your ass down. And they hunting your ass down for good reason. Because you embarrassing them. You talking about they putting up pictures of their mama and all that shit. Okay. You must not know how this game is played. You don't sit up there and wish to have your own privacy, then violate the privacy of others. Because they gonna come and put your mama shit up. Okay. Watch, trust and believe. Say the wrong thing to the wrong person. And I feel you already did say the wrong thing to the wrong people. Because look at Binary and that other person Envy. They ain't gonna forget what you said about their wife. Why you had to take it to their wife? Of all people, you couldn't leave it on them. You had to take it to their wife, and well, you probably don't know because you know a man's wife is their pride and joy, but you don't have one, so you wouldn't know that. But anyway, good luck. I mean, just good luck to you. And then on top of that, somebody on here is your accountant allegedly, and they running around with your social security number. Nigga, you dumb. You dumb. You gave somebody on here your social security number, child, and you ain't gonna think one day you gonna run afoul of that person, and they might just give somebody all the digits except one. Ugh. Anyway, child. Real Treasure said, "I hope no one chooses his audacity." My child, I don't know. They said they already know. I don't know. I don't encourage that. I don't agree with that. But you can't you can't put that on somebody and then don't think they're gonna turn around and look at you. So Ray Black says, I agree. Peace is very important. Bush Baby said cussing out people, husbands. But that's the thing, Bush Baby. He's doing that to real life people who don't understand that vernacular is for entertainment. The vernacular that he's using is really street language that's like, okay, what we gonna do? What's our next step? Who somebody about to get their hands hurt? Or you know what I mean? So he don't, and it'll never come on the sense of a laugh or a giggle, you know? Mm-mm. All right, let me see what y'all saying. I got a little bit more time, and then we're gonna wrap up the show. What'd you say, Sir King? UHT. What that mean? Bush Baby said he cursed out Diva and her husband. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know. You gotta be careful what you drink and who you curse out. I know shoes, but I support all of y'all. But the disrespect is not a kiki. Yeah, yeah. I don't know when that's gonna settle in. I mean, people rolling up on people like crazy. So, all right. The next thing I want to talk about, and we're gonna end this brief. We're gonna end this briefly. Oh, and also, if y'all want to, feel free to send a gesture to $sign King Crown. Um, it'll be tremendously appreciated. But the next thing I'm talking about is Mimi checking fake codes, whatever her name is. Well, I call her Mimi checking for the holidays because she always pop up around the holiday time. She has some words to say for me talking about, oh, Sir King make me sick and all this, and it wasn't like a Sir King make me make me sick in a joking way. And I'm like, where does this thing come from? You hardly around, and I hardly ever talk about you. And you know I am right. You do just come around for the holidays or for a birthday party. So what did I say that was wrong? We didn't really have no issue, but for you to go on, I forgot whoever platform that was. He's like, oh, Sir King. I think it may be an ODS. I don't know. But oh, Sir King make me sick or something like that. I can't stand. She said, oh, I can't stand Sir King. What did I do to you? The last time I heard you came on here, you was talking about fighting somebody at the damn laundromat and how somehow the cart that was between you is what saved y'all or something. I don't know. If you don't want us to talk about, don't put it on YouTube. I don't talk about nothing that you do not come on here and talk about. And that's what you talked about. You talked about that lady coming at you, almost beating your ass, but she got hauled away to jail because she had warrants or some shit like that. I don't know. Did I lie? That was nothing but the truth. Me checking for the holidays. Okay. Now the other thing I want to talk about is Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. I literally had to turn him off because his attitude was so stank. So stank. It was just like, oh, how he this and that, and how he's better than everyone. Now he's sitting up there putting up Sister T against Briiine and all this stuff. And he read him down. He read him down. He read him down. He read him down. Oh. So then Jay Wilson going to talk about it, it's like, yo, you could tell there's something going on in their relationship. So apparently you heard he got like offered $125,000 job in Maryland or something. He didn't take it. He's like, because I love my partner. I love my partner. I love him. I love him, my part. And I'm like, wait a minute. This ain't sounding right. When he sound like he love his partner, it's like, I love my partner. And he was like a little baby, like a little kid. I love my partner. I was like, ugh. It was like, okay, I got $125,000 job. He's like, and I'm employed. Well, yeah, employed by Uber Eats, Lyft. And Mama D was right. Mama D was so right. She was, remember when she said, oh, based on the timing, I think he's driving to Austin. And I'm like, Mama D, how you know he's driving to Austin? And she like, well, baby, The time he in his car to the time he gets to the destination is the time. I'm like, what? And guess what? Mama D was right because he said in that video, "Oh, I went down to Austin for training." I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "Oh hell no!" I was like, "No." Oh hell no! Mama D out here being a damn hound dog, making sure. I like, Mama D, you right. I'm like, damn. So he was going to Austin and she knew it. I'm like, oh, Mama D out here out there a tracker. Mama D is a tracker. I was like, wow, damn. She knew where he was going. Yeah. My partner. I'm in love with my partner. I love my part. And I'm like, it's just something's not right. And Jay Wilson, you got a lot to learn. And then you talking about, oh, it's at a school. Another college is interested in you. They don't know about how you talk to people online. See, that's the thing about Jay Wilson. You don't fucked up because you can't keep saying my show. And the reason why he does that is because when he got pulled in the office that time by them people, they was like, "What is this?" And he didn't really have an explanation. So he came back and said, "Oh, if I say it's my show, then there'll be more validity to it." But the first thing I'll be asking you, well, you as a man that is very in depth in the ways of ministry and professionalism, why would you do a show of this content? Right? That's not good business. Just a sound mind, right? But he's always on my show, because he's prepared for that time he get asked. It's very telling. But that attitude is stank, so damn stank. Now let's get to Briiine. Briiine. Why don't Jay Wilson? He can't go on an airplane. What's the illuminated? Excuse me, enlightened minority. All right, Briiine cannot go on an airplane. What's up, Darlene Gibson? Good morning to you too. He can't go on an airplane. So Jay Wilson, stop saying that. Oh, if he would have get his airplane ticket, he would have done it. He would have be saving. He can't. He has blood clots. Okay, he's on blood thinners. So obviously he's trying to prepare. He went to the doctor. And the doctor said, "Well, you know, you was on no damn blood thinners. Get out, come back again." But that's why he's investigating all the ways to get there, by car, by train, or by bike. He's trying to see, but plane is not one of them because he got blood clots. So Jay Wilson, stop trying to unintentionally or intentionally cause that man to hurt himself. Um, but he keeps saying that he got money from people on YouTube and stuff like that. I think a lot of people want to see a train wreck, so they donate to that train wreck to see it happen. That's what I feel. He thinking people care about him. I'm like, no, Briiine. I think people know that if you go to that shit, to the Seattle, some shit is gonna go down. Okay, with your moody ass. So I think that's what's gonna happen. But yeah, so that's what's going on in that situation. And honestly, I feel like I don't know. In one way he said he almost died 2 times in 1 year, so he probably needed see some people that he might like. But then again, who knows? Maybe he needs to stay his behind home because who knows what's going to happen when he in a high altitude. Seattle is high altitude, right? So I don't know. Let me see. So Sally Man says, like this, she has a bail spine. She tracking. Don't MD hasn't looked for you. I don't know. Maybe she has. I don't know. I don't know. She never said she had, but I won't be surprised. Shit, people have done worse. Oh, let me see. They should, Bush babies. They should know the videos. Those videos will haunt them for the rest of their lives. Yeah, but I mean, Bush baby, people don't think about stuff when they do it, which is unfortunate. They don't. I don't. They always say, "Oh, Sir King, worried and paranoid." But what happens? In 2 years, you see the things that I told you about came out. What did I tell y'all during the pandemic? Y'all better stop with that doxing. It's gonna start to become illegal. You're gonna go face jail time. What happened? You can go to jail for doxing. It's technically a crime, but nobody don't want to listen. So, yeah. So, let me see. What's that? Ron P says, I've heard a car bus trip will take way too long for him. They don't want him exhausted by the time he gets to Seattle. So, minority. I heard that, but I didn't hear that. I heard that she did that, but I didn't hear that. Minority, that's another thing. You gotta be careful who you pick battles with. You gotta be careful who you say what to. But I'm not giving them an excuse, but when you start putting certain things in your body, it may trigger another personality that ain't got them same reservations for who you not trying to spar with. So, but he may have been sober, but I don't know. I honestly feel Lemon might want something to happen, you know what I mean? So he could be a forever victim. I don't know. Some people do some weird shit like that. You know, if Jay Wilson or any of them decides to change and run for probably, oh, I told him that. I told him that straight to his face. I said, "Why are you using your professional profile picture?" I told him. I said, "Why are you using?" Now you can't tell. Now maybe this is another thing, Bush baby. He is not very good with technology. He lacks that, and I think he has generational envy because you always talk about Gen X, Gen Y, Gen Z, Gen X got it, and he has generational envy. I feel, and he sees that his generation may not be a major priority in today's society. But that's a case by case situation because every person determines their own worth, not the generation they were born in. But I think he has an issue with technology because why is he putting up a profile picture? Has his profile picture as his picture switch him? Right? There can be no you lose the argument of no face, no case with him. Because if he had a regular old avatar of lyric or something, somebody could say, well, that's not me. That's somebody that sounds like me. Well, no, if you got your big head, bald headed, frowning ass up there, then no, that's you. So he loses all argument of that's not him. And I don't understand that. Like, you so educated, you so wise, da da da. And like you said, he may want to run for office. It's a wrap. They're not allowing you to run for office, right? Office, when you run for office, is based on your past history, your behavior, what we can dig up and soil your name. He's definitely made it easier for them to dig up and soil his name based on the things that he said. He's already lost countless of jobs because of what he said. That whole B. Lenore situation, I think he lost a job off of that. You know, so I don't know. It's just I don't understand why he makes the moves that he makes. And he keeps bragging. Ooh, that child, ooh, child, that just check that week. This week was 3,000. Y'all paid for my trip. You never brag to people who are putting money in your pocket because you instantly give them power to take that shit away if they wanted to. If nobody watched Jay Wilson, his check will go to zero. Or if a large majority, why would you tell? That's like me throwing money in your face. Ooh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Ooh, look what I'm doing. Y'all putting my money. As long as I put my commercials in, no, your commercials. No, you can put commercials in. It's based on who watched them damn commercials. That's what it is. It ain't because you put commercials in, you make money. There's people who put commercials in they damn video. Ain't nobody watching. They ain't get no money. That's what you gotta understand. It's the people. So you should. You better be careful, Jay Wilson. You said it's getting out of hand. Okay, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, it's a lot of them, but they get that euphoria. They have euphoria that comes from this application, and this is probably the most prominent place these people have in terms of authority and following and relevance. So when you see that, you stay on it. Who stay on here 8, 9, 10, 11 hours? Then when you turn the X off or hit the X, you still on somebody's panel. I was like, damn, go outside. Like, we not in the pandemic no. Go outside. Life is short, bro. This week went by so damn fast. All I knew was Tuesday and now it's motherfucking Saturday. Yo, like, that man that passed away, that guy got hit, had $100 million fortune gone in an instant. because somebody 160 yards away decided that, oh, bye bye bye, like, yo, that's crazy. And he was only 31 years old, younger than Lemon. Yeah, so get out and enjoy life because you never know. Even in a car accident, people drive so reckless these days. Like, even if you are the most defensive driver, if somebody wants to be reckless, that could impact you. It's just like, but sometimes people get paranoia from going outside. Like, to each their own. Just stay prayed up and just stay prayed up. Yeah. So that's my commentary. I got to get going. Thank you for coming in, Egyptian Goddess. Unfortunately, you catch us on the replay. Come again next time, though. All right. Um, yeah, the addiction is very real. Addiction is real, but the addiction consoles some people. All right, please thumbs up the live before y'all leave. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $, Circuit and Crown. Thank you to my wonderful moderators and supporters. I appreciate those who have engaged with the chat because y'all didn't have to, so I appreciate that. All right, with that being said, we're going to end with the Lemon theme song. You can't raise a boy or a man. All right, and then we'll be out. Hello, Nally. Happy birthday, Diva D. Thank you, Ron. Messy P.
Can't raise a man. Yeah. Listen, he got hold of it, never grew. For his life, he can't tell the truth. How to love, he ain't got a clue. Playing games like you'll never lose. You try to talk to him, can't get through. Every day he's a different dude. These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just trying to keep it real, but you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What
You walk away, Black.
You wonder why he acts like
good luck to you.
It's 'cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. 'Cause you can't raise a man. No, no. Coming home any time of night, expecting you to let it ride. How many tears are you gonna cry? Playing games like you'll never lose. You know that the love has changed. How many times he called you out your name? These are the signs of a grown-ass boy. Better run for the hills. I'm just keeping it real. 'Cause you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? You wonder why he acts like a boy. It's 'cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. You can't raise a man. No, no. Gonna take more than a miracle. A miracle. To change him, just let him go. Just let him go. Tell me, when will you decide to do better with your life? If his mama couldn't do it, what makes you think you can train it for to be a man? It's too late. Better off letting him go. No matter how hard you try, you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? Yeah. You wonder why he acts like a boy. 'Cause he wasn't raised right before you. Girl, you ain't never gonna change nobody. If he don't wanna, you can't make nobody. Can't raise a man.
All right, thank y'all for watching. Also, please keep Ray Black family in y'all thoughts and prayers. Cheryl Spoiler Burnett, Please keep her and y'all thoughts and prayers as well. This video won't be monetized. Keisha Cole, okay, excuse me, Lord, K Michelle, go take my coins. So if y'all want to send a gesture, feel free to do so. But also thank y'all once again for being a attentive audience. I appreciate you. Who's the mumbler, Sally O'Malley? Who's the mumbler? Who's the mumbler? I didn't know. Child, I don't even want to say that. But who's the mumbler? What's up, Brixton, babe? You gonna have to catch us. Yeah, he already going. What you gonna do? Exactly. 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 How you doing, Brixton, babe? Good to see you. Who's the mumbler, Sally O'Malley? I want to know before you go. Who is the mumbler? Child, I was interested to know who's the mumbler, but I guess she ain't gonna put that down. Did Sally O'Malley leave? She probably jetted off already. But I hope you're doing well, Brix. So you have to catch us on a replay. We talked about the whole Lemon Mama situation. I gave my 2 cents on that. And then we briefly went into Mimi checking fake hoes or Mimi checking for the holidays. We talked about Jay Wilson, pompous ass, and then we talked about Briiine, how he can't fly because he got blood clots. So that's the brief recap. All right. Sally, man, are you going to say who that is? All right, well, I guess we got to find out. I got to go, y'all. Y'all take care. No, I don't know who the mumbler is. I was gonna say just Kimmy, but I don't know. Cause she come live on Saturday. I don't know. But I'll have to figure it out on my own. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Have a great day. Be the change y'all want to see in the world. Remember that life is a gift. Life is precious. If you got your health, you pretty much already won the lottery to life. You know, everything else is manageable. If you don't have your health, keep your head up. Every day you on this earth is a blessing. Okay? All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Take care, y'all. Bye. And stop babying these grown ass men. All right? Okay? Bye, y'all. See you later. Have a good one. Because remember what? You can't raise a man on teleport with no teeth and a sliding glass eye. Okay? Bow legged. Got a big ass dog and who gets screamed at by his mama. Can't raise him. Can't raise him. Bye, y'all.